Hey Kentucky, it's Andrew. I'm a fisheries biologist with KDFWR, and I deal with aquatic invasive species, which are just plants and animals that get introduced into aquatic habitats outside of where they're typically found. As the cooler months wind down, spring will usher in new growth and an increase in recreational opportunities. Many fish will spawn, and a lot of the young of year fish will begin to seek cover. And one of the best forms of cover for young fish are underwater plants. And where the bait goes, the game fish follow. Anglers have always known that during certain times of year, super successful fishing can be found at weed beds because large predator species will hunt these areas looking for smaller fish to eat. But what makes hunting the vegetation so successful? Well, the secret actually lies in the breakup of those weedy patches. Because many predator species are highly visual, they rely on the interaction between the density of bait hiding among the plants and the open spaces where they can ambush and attack unsuspecting occupants. So, what happens when highly invasive aquatic weeds move in amongst your favorite leafy patches? Well, in the case of hydrilla, it typically takes over all the available growing space. It can outgrow existing vegetation, and it begins to fill in those existing spaces that predators need to successfully snatch up bait species. In places where hydrilla is introduced, it often grows in such thick mats and takes up so much space that it can even limit boat and bank access to anglers. And to make matters worse, hydrilla can reproduce vegetatively, meaning that only a little piece of the plant that is chopped up or ripped free can grow an entirely new plant somewhere else. So, the next time you pull out of the water or reel in a wad of tangly weeds, remember to clean off any vegetation, drain off all the water, and dry equipment before traveling to a new water body. And together we can help stop aquatic hitchhikers and protect Kentucky's waters from invasive species.
This is Jeremy Shiflett with another update from the Northwestern District. Both Rough and Nolin River lakes were just beginning to crest on Monday at about 7 feet below summer pool. The lakes were muddy and had floating debris. They also have minimal discharge right now, so look for them to come up further after the additional rain this week. I haven't heard of much success going on the past week at the reservoirs with the poor conditions, but at least we had a few nice days mixed in to be on the water. The Green and Ohio rivers are also up or on the rise. Definitely remain vigilant while on or near the water. You may be able to find some crappie on structure in the Ohio River tributaries. Look just up from the mouth of the river where the fish are trying to get out of that main channel flow. Trout are biting in small lakes and Finns lakes. Inline spinners and yellow power bait have been working well. Remember to use light line and smaller hooks to increase your odds. Crappie are also being caught on Peabody WMA. Try fishing the structure in between the islands on the shelf at Island Lake. Also try South Lake, Community Lake, and Ken Lake in Ohio County, and Flat Creek Bottoms in Hopkins County. It's also a good time to try for crappie and sauger at Carpenter Lake. Try trolling bandit crankbaits, curly-tailed grubs, or something similar to a Bobby Garland baby shad. Your target depth is 4 to 8 feet throughout much of the lake and down to around 10 feet near the dam. Remember, the sauger need to be at least 14 inches to harvest. It would be prudent to take some time now to take care of the task you won't have time to do or want to do once this spring fishing frenzy heats up. Time to go through your tackle box, clean and refill terminal tackle, clean and respool reels, clean out boats, treat fuel, change lower unit oil, charge batteries, update electronics, and don't forget to check out the 2022 fishing forecast at fw.ky.gov. Until next time, good luck and stay safe.
This is Marcy Anderson with the Fishing Report for Southeast Kentucky. Recent weather patterns continue to make for less than ideal conditions on area lakes and rivers. Upper portions of the lakes are muddy, and with more heavy rain to come during the week, murky conditions will persist. Clear water areas can still be found on Lake Cumberland and Laurel River lakes down around the dam area, so try fishing long sloping points using jigs to target smallmouth bass. Walleye spawning will soon be underway in area water bodies, so they will be running up the rivers on Lake Cumberland. Grubs, minnows, and night crawlers are some good options to try. Native strain walleye are currently making runs up the upper Cumberland River above the falls and South Fork Kentucky River. Just a reminder that these populations are managed under an 18 to 26 inch protective slot limit with a 2-fish daily limit. It's also a good time to hit the Cumberland tailwater for walleye and sauger. With the variable flows on the tailwater due to the rain, it's now more prudent than ever to check the flows on either the TVA or Army Corps of Engineers websites before you go. Use caution and always wear your life jacket. On Dale Hollow, anglers have been having success with smallmouth bass. Try using jigs, spoons, and Ned rigs while fishing points and flats in 20 to 40 feet of water. Largemouth bass are being caught on crankbaits in shallow muddy waters along the channel banks and points and spoons in the deeper, clearer water. Elsewhere, rainbow trout have been stocked in the Finns Lakes at Logan Humble Park near Stanford and Brickyard Ponds near Barberville. Wood Creek Lake and Cannon Creek Lake were also recently stocked with trout. A variety of baits can be used to target trout this time of the year on area lakes, including rooster tails, power bait, and corn. Just a reminder that March 1st marks the start of a new license year, so make sure you get your new license before heading out on the water. So good luck and stay safe out on the water.
Hi, this is Eric Cummins with your Southwest Kentucky Fishing Report. Barren and Green River lakes will likely be well above summer pool levels by the tail end of the week. To avoid some of the stained or muddy and cooling water, fish the mid to lower sections of the lake arms in both of those. Bass at Barren and Green River Lake have been fair with jigs and jerk baits and blade baits and of course live bait in that 10 to 15 foot range. Crappie at both lakes have been best on the main lake channel drop-offs and turns with minnows or jigs in 15 to 25 foot of water. Blue catfish at Barren River Lake have been found up on the flats in that 10 to 20 foot range using cut bait or live shad. Barren River tailwater has a good supply of channel cats and some larger blues from the dam all the way down to the difficult creek. Muskie at Green River Lake have been fair with jerk baits and swim baits in that 6 to 10 foot range, especially in those wind protected areas of the lake. Bank anglers can make a good day of it fishing the dam areas and also the tailwater. Walleye are on the move to the spawning areas in Barren River above the lake up into East Fork Barren River, Line, and Salt Lake Creeks. Barren River tailwater and the Drakes Creek system, and also No Lynn above the lake, Green River tailwater, and the Robinson Creek above Green River Lake. Walleye and sauger trolling action is still on in the lower part of the Cumberland tailwater near the Tennessee line, fishing in those deeper stretches. River anglers will keep an eye on water temps, as that 50 degrees is a good mark or indicator of increased fish activity or feeding. As always, good luck and good fishing, and be sure your life jacket's got your back.